Yes. It's steel.
But you can't be any geek off the street. Gotta be handy with the steel, if you know what I mean.
Keep it real.
Keeping it real.
Hello and welcome to the channel. My name is Steven and this is Steel Keeping It Real. So you know what today is?
But you love me for my twang.
That's right, it is Twangin' Tuesday. And on this day I like to feature country music, past, present, or future on the channel. Now I know some of you have been missing me. I have been away for a couple of days and I'm sure some of you are going like,
Steven, please don't leave me. Don't leave me, Steven.
I won't.
I couldn't bear it, please.
so I will do my best not to leave you guys again. You know I had the incident with my knee and you don't understand how much pain you're in, and then when you realize that your knee starts to feel a little bit better, you've overcompensated on your left hand side and that re-exacerbates my back issues, and it's just this whole one complete cycle. But so, you all know that the first song that I'm going to do on a Twangin' Tuesday is going to be a Morgan Wallen song. And it's going to be a song off of the album One Thing at a Time. Now, this will make it number 22 that I will be doing tonight. I actually had some missing from the list, so I had to go back, and with all this time, I tried to, make sure that I was correct in the information that I was giving to you. So the song that I'm going to do is called Last Drive Down Main. Now I haven't heard this song, of course, because I haven't heard any of these songs until I first heard them as I'm doing these reactions. But let's take a look at what this particular song did on the charts and Balamo. It went to number 65 on the Billboard Hot 100, number 36 on the US Country, number 62 on the Canada charts, and number 179 on the worldwide charts. So again, that's a pretty good chart listing for a song that was not promoted as a single. So you know what, I have been enjoying Morgan Wallen, and I almost can't wait to be finished, only so I can say that I'm done, but I am savoring in these moments of listening to these particular songs. I almost want to do the album before this. I think it's called the Dangerous album, and I might, go down that rabbit hole next, but we will see. I would also love it if Morgan Wallen were to reach out to me to, maybe come on my channel for the very last video that I'm doing from this album.
It might happen. Yeah, and monkeys might fly out of my butt.
So, if you like videos like this and others on my channel, please don't forget to hit the like button, the subscribe button, and the notification button, because I'm doing at least 10 videos each and every week. I'll be playing a little catch up because I didn't do any yesterday, but I think I have at least 3 that I'm going to be doing tomorrow. Tomorrow is Yacht Rock Wednesday, and I don't work on Thursday, so it'll make it easier for me to stay up late to at least get 3 done. So, without any further ado, here is Morgan Wallen and Last Drive Down Main.
Okay, let's ride.
Taking one last drive down Main, might as well be memory lane. Turn it up for old time's sake, taking one last drive down Main. Life packed in the Chevrolet, every corner I see your face. 2 hearts break, only one can stay, taking one last drive down Main. Pedal down anywhere but here, county line in Nashville, I don't care. No brakes to the moon, long as you're not there. You're not there, you're not there. When did it all go south? Wish I could hate this old time's sake, taking one last drive down Main. Life packed in the Chevrolet, every corner I see your face. Two hearts break, only one can stay, taking one last drive down Main. Yeah, I can see it now. You'll hit the bar, catch a buzz off a couple drinks. Tell your friends you'll be just fine without me, but I'll be there in your mind when you fall asleep. Bet you dream, I bet you dream about me and you making out in the driveway. Now it's all Rearview behind me, and baby somehow we got sideways. So before I hit that highway, taking one last drive down Main, might as well be memory lane. Turn it up for old time's sake, taking one last drive down Main. Life packed in the Chevrolet, every corner I see your face. Two hearts break, only one can stay, taking one last drive down Main. Pedal down anywhere but here, county line in Nashville, I don't care. No brakes to the moon, long as you're not there. You're not there, you're not there. Taking one last drive down Main, might as well be memory lane. Turn it up for old time's sake, taking one last drive down Main. Life packed in the Chevrolet, every corner I see your face. Two hearts break, only one can stay, taking one last drive down Main.
Okay, so that was Last Drive Down Main, and you know why I kind of like this particular song? Not kind of like, I like it, but why I say kinda is that this song has an 80s feel. It has that song in the very beginning. I thought it was something like a Bryan Adams, like a Run to You type of beginning, that little mysterious type of thing that the 80s had. And then you had that one little, when it started, when the beat actually kicked in, and that makes you want to do the Carlton dance. You know what I mean? That I would have to do around my, when I was out with my friends, or most of the white friends, and we'd be at some kind of club that was playing like new wave music, and you'd be doing that Carlton dance. You just couldn't help it because there was a certain beat that the 80s had that just, you had to do that dance. It just, that's what the beat, required. So I like that. Now, the one thing that makes me think of another particular performer that I've done on this song that I have, a couple of weeks ago, that I have over almost 4,000 views on, is that this is not something that happens in a big town or a big city. This would be something that you would try in a small town, if you know what I mean. Because, when you live in a city the size that I live in Columbus, Ohio State, yes, I'm wearing it, there are so many areas. There's the west side, east side, north side, south side, and then the suburbs, where you could stay on one particular end of town and never see your ex ever again. So you don't have to all of a sudden move to a whole nother town in order to get that person in your rearview mirror. You just go deuces and move to a different side of town. And again, unless you might run into each other at a particular Kroger's, that would mean that you both live on the same side of town. But if you don't, you're not going to run into that person. I have been in this particular area for over 3 years after I moved out from my ex, and I haven't seen my ex ever since. My other exes live in a totally different town, in a totally different area of Columbus, Ohio, or the suburbs of Columbus, Ohio, and I have no desire to go to those particular areas, so I never see those exes. So I don't see any of my exes unless they want to see me or I want to see them and we kind of agree. But that's about the only way that's going to happen. But I can understand that, the sentimentality about that. You can go somewhere and you're going to be sitting in a bar and drinking. And if you're like, back when I lived on the north end of town when I used to drink, there was a particular bar that I would go to a lot. And I know that if my ex had lived in the same area as I did after we broke up, we might run into each other at the same bar. There was actually one time, this is only a story that I'll tell for YouTube and whoever else might watch it on any of the other platforms that I do. There was one time that I was in a bar and I was with a current female and there was two exes in the same bar. And at one particular time frame, my ego was this big because I was like, yeah, there are 3 people in this room that I've slept with. But, on the flip side, there's a girl, the girl could have been going like, you know what, there's a lot of guys around here that I've slept with. He just doesn't know about. But it is what it is. But that's the only time that's ever happened. I remember there was almost like a dance-off and everyone was like trying to garner my affection. Let me put it to you this way. This is 100 pounds lighter. When I was dancing, I had hair on my head. I was a lot better looking when I was younger. Not much, but enough that I had game. But it was a very awkward night. But again, my ego was pretty inflated with the fact that there were people that were vying for my attention at that time, and it's a great feeling to have, and I can see why. It can be just like if you get 10,000 views off of a video in one day. For some of those people who are high-end YouTubers, it's like a drug, and you can get used to that. And if you don't get it, you could be like Lizzo and losing like 150,000 subscribers off of, I don't know what it was, Instagram, in like one day because of something that she did. I don't have that many to lose, so I'm not going to ever feel that way. But, I would feel pretty bad if all of a sudden I went from like on my almost 4,000 subscribers to like 1,000. That would break my heart. I might quit. You never know. But it is what it is. But I get it. I feel it. I like it. It conjures up these images in your head of those particular time frames of exes, and I'm sure that's what, he wasn't talking about any particular ex. I know Morgan Wallen probably being the person that he has, being in the music business that he's been in, that I'm sure he has, more than one ex that he could write a song about here or there, and especially since you're putting 36 songs on this album, and the Dangerous album is a double album as well. It's not like you don't have space to write a song. I mean, if Taylor Swift can do it, why can't Morgan Wallen do it? So, if you are still here, I thank you very much for staying tuned. I really do appreciate it. First and foremost, I want you guys to like the videos as much as I like making them for you. After that, all you need to do to help me out with the channel is to like, subscribe, share, and comment. Peace.